What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another live stream. Today we're going to be doing the live stream of the FA Cup final, the 2021 FA Cup final between Chelsea and Leicester City. Of course, Chelsea, in getting to the FA Cup final, knocked out my team Manchester City in the semi-final, with Man City making so many changes. Chelsea ended up knocking us out of the FA Cup and stopping Manchester City's progression to what could have been an unprecedented and unmatchable quadruple for us to be able to do. I should say unbeatable rather than unmatchable. It can be matched, but cannot be beaten. So Chelsea have managed to put a stop to that. And so here are Chelsea now at Wembley in a chance here with fans in the stadium. Over 20,000 fans at Wembley in a trial event. I think it's 23,000 fans they've got for this game. Chelsea have got to take on Leicester City in a game where the FA Cup trophy is going to be lifted. But before I crack on with this watch along of this game, don't forget, if you are enjoying the content, you want to help to support my channel, then do subscribe, press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. I am aiming now for 18,000 subscribers, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget also my social media links. They're in the description below and on the yellow banner too if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too, and on the yellow banner too if you want to go and hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries. Leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this live watch along as well. Once more, we are aiming for 1,000. I wish I was aiming for 1,000 likes. We're aiming for 100 likes. We're only what? 82 likes away from that goal, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. So leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video, and do let me know your thoughts in the comments below if you are watching this after the game, or just leave your thoughts during the live chat which is currently rolling for everybody to enjoy. We've got Adam in on the chat, so welcome Adam, thank you for tuning in. We've also got Jay Zenio as well tuning in once more, much appreciated, hoping Leicester win the trophy. Me too. I'm hoping they'll win it as well. Deserve a trophy. They've had a real good season. Can they get themselves some success? I do hope so. We also got Kofi in on the chat supporting Leicester City. I imagine most Man City fans will be supporting Chelsea, supporting Leicester and hoping that Chelsea will lose. Chelsea, not only the team that's knocked us out of the FA Cup, but also our oppositions in the Champions League. And I want us to be handed a psychological advantage over them. I want them not to win this trophy, so they're not getting the taste of glory and the taste of winning. I'm a big fan of winning breeds winning, so I'm hoping they'll lose this game, and then maybe it just might set a bit of doubt in their mind going into towards the Champions League final against us is what I'm hoping for. And also I'm really hoping Leicester will win this game because of Kelechi Iheanacho. He's had a fantastic season for Leicester. Of course, he's a former Manchester City man. I want him to do very well, and I want him to win the FA Cup. I think it'd be fantastic. I think that'd be really good for Leicester City as well. Of course, a team that have suffered their owner, of course, just a couple of years ago, passing away after the tremendous success that they had with winning the Premier League and following that up and being able to secure themselves Champions League football, getting to the quarterfinals of the Champions League, and then always maintaining themselves not just as a top half team but also a European team, a team that was unlucky last season to miss out on Champions League football, a team that this season looking for a Champions League place, and of course looking out for themselves to become not only Champions League club once more, but also domestic cup winners, the most prestigious domestic cup in the world as well, in the FA Cup. So it would be a real good positive moment. And yeah, like I said, that owner did pass away in horrendous circumstances with the helicopter incident that happened at the King Power Stadium. So I think it would be really good for not just Leicester City, for Leicester the town, but for everyone associated with Leicester as well. So I really do hope that they do win this game, is what I'm hoping for here at Wembley Stadium. Of course, like I said, 10,000 fans each for this game. I think it'll be a real boost for both clubs. So hopefully we'll be in for a good game, is what I'm hoping for. So we're just having the build up here at the moment for this game. We're going to be having, I presume, the performance of the national anthem, which is currently going away. I've not got the sound up, so I don't know, but I'm going to presume it's going to be the performance of the national anthem, which is of course tradition. Do they have Abide With Me still performing? I think they're doing Abide With Me at the moment, yeah, is what's happening. So of course, with tradition, like I said, it's the most prestigious domestic cup in the world, the FA Cup, with lots of tradition going on, which is currently what is going on as well. Jay Zinio, yeah, I like Leicester. I think they're a well-run club. play some good football. They've got some good players. They're a really hard-working team, a team that a lot of people underestimate. They're the underdogs here, and I'm digging for them. I'm hoping that they can come out here and pick up a win. That would be absolutely fantastic. So, yeah, anyway, back to the live stream. I hope everyone does enjoy the live watch-along coverage. I'm just going to go and have a look at the teams now and discuss that for you guys and give you my thoughts on that. And then from there, we're going to move on to the live watch-along of this game. So, just going on to the teams, we're going to start off first with Leicester City. They're lining up with Kasper Schmeichel, former Manchester City man, in goal. They're going with a back three of Fofana, Evans and Soyuncu. Castagne at right wing-back, and then Thomas at left wing-back. Midfield three of Wilfred Ndidi, Youri Tielemans and Ayoze Perez. That's a good midfield. Ndidi and Tielemans, lots of legs, lots of running there. That could well tire Chelsea's midfield out. And then going with an attacking two of Jamie Vardy and Kelechi Iheanacho. So Iheanacho does start, which is fantastic. Excuse me, on the bench for Leicester City today, it's James Maddison, Danny Ward, Dennis Praet, Hamza Chowdhury, Marc Albrighton, Daniel Armati, Namplay Mendy, Wes Morgan and Ricardo Pereira. Moving on to Chelsea, our oppositions for the Champions League final. Of course, Chelsea going with a very strong team here. Could well be the team that could go out against Manchester City in 2 weeks today. For the Champions League final. I don't think it will be this team that goes out. I think there maybe be 3 or 4 players, but certainly a strong team. So they're going with Kepa in goal. I imagine it'll be Mendy in goal for the Champions League final. Back 3 of Rudiger, Thiago Silva and Azpilicueta. I think that will be their back 3 against us in 2 weeks' time as well. They're going with Reece James at right back or right wing back and Marcus Alonso at left wing back. Ben Chilwell unlucky to miss out. I think it'll be James and Ben Chilwell starting against us in the Champions League final. A midfield of Jorginho and N'Golo Kante along with Mason Mount, Hakim Ziyech and Timo Werner leading the line. I reckon we'll probably have possibly Christian Pulisic going against us in the Champions League final, and I reckon we may well have Kai Havertz going against us as well, along with Mendy on the bench. He will be starting against us as well. So their bench is Kai Havertz, Edouard Mendy, Olivier Giroud, Emerson, Christian Pulisic, Billy Gilmore, Callum Hudson-Odoi, and Ben Chilwell and Kurt Zouma is the bench for Chelsea for this game, as the FA Cup trophy is being brought out on display for everybody to see and to enjoy. Dad, yo, do hope you are well. Thank you very much for tuning in once more. I reckon it'll be Mendy going against us, not Kepa, if I'm honest. So my score prediction for this game, it will be really boring. I'm going to say 0-0 at full time, 0-0 after extra time. And I'm going for Leicester City to take this on penalties. So lots of drama is what I'm going for. So let me know your score prediction in the live chat, and do let me know where everyone is tuning in as well. Of course, it's not a Manchester City game. We played yesterday, picking up a win against Newcastle. So it's the time of the FA Cup. FA Cup, a very prestigious domestic cup competition. I do feel like, in terms of Man City and Pep Guardiola, I feel like he takes the Carabao Cup more seriously than the FA Cup, of course. Not too sure why he went with a weakened team against Chelsea. I understand with the Premier League being a bit uncertain, well, not uncertain, but looking not as strong as what it was. And so he's decided to rest it up and focus on that Aston Villa game. But a trophy's a trophy. It's the FA Cup trophy. It's the most prestigious domestic cup competition in the world. We could have had 10,000 Manchester City fans there today, ready and waiting to obviously be Premier League champions and ready for a Champions League final as well. And it could have been historic. Could really have been historic. But there we go. It is what it is. I'm hoping Leicester will win today. Dad going for the Foxes to win today by 2-1. I'm hoping there'll be goals. It's a very big pitch at Wembley. I don't think there'll be too many opportunities. I think Leicester will look to try and keep this tight. I think Chelsea's probably going to have more of the ball than Leicester. Leicester can definitely hurt Chelsea on the counter-attack, and it looks like Leicester want to take the game to Chelsea, starting with two strikers, as Prince William is the royal representative today for this game. Of course, a big football fan, supports Aston Villa, so that is no surprise. The future king of Great Britain. No handshakes, just nods. They're not allowed to do handshakes, I presume. Dad's got it on his Super 6. He needs the 5 points, so he's going for 2-1 to Leicester. Kyle going for 1-0 to Chelsea. Mum, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. I'm very well, thank you. How are you? Azpilicueta captain in Chelsea today, so I presume he'll be lifting the trophy, and Kasper Schmeichel captain in Leicester City. As we're up to 23 likes now, so thank you very much for that. Much appreciated, everybody. Now only 77 likes away from 100 likes. Any help towards that would be fantastic. Can we get to 100 likes on a live stream that isn't Man City? That would be brilliant. Would be brilliant. I think the only thing left to sort here now would be the playing of the national anthem is what's going to happen next. It's nice to see fans in the stadium. Like I said, this is a testing event, ready for the European Championships, which are upcoming, and England are going to be playing some games at Wembley, of course. So this is in preparation to get fans back in for that. So I presume it's going to be a minimum of 20,000 fans in if all goes okay here. Of course, there has been some concern over the Indian variant of coronavirus, which has been spreading around in the news. As it is, the government are pushing on with their reopening of the United Kingdom, which includes football fans and sporting events and sporting stadiums being allowed to reopen. Mum, glad to hear it, as we do have the national anthem being performed right now. The top tier, it looks like, at Wembley isn't open, or certainly one side of the top tier isn't open. Yeah, one side of the top tier isn't open. Everywhere else looks like it's open for business. Of course, plenty of fans spread out, so there will be quite a few empty seats, which is what you'd expect to see. Of course, with social distancing still in place. Looking a bit iffy as to whether social distancing will be cut to 1 metre or maybe even ended with mask wearing or without mask wearing from June 21st is what they've been aiming for here in the UK, if you wasn't aware. Will that still go ahead or not? What will that mean for stadiums and fans being allowed in, and how many fans you'll be allowed in? I do not know. We await further clarification within the next 5 or 6 weeks. We'll get a better understanding of what the start of next season may look like. I imagine if all goes smoothly and all's still going well within the next 6 weeks, that they'll probably be pushing for a bigger number than what we've got in stadiums right now, which is going to be 23,000 for this and 10,000 for Premier League games and other games as well taking place. Unless your stadium's a smaller stadium, then it's a certain percentage. I can't remember for the life of me which it is, but there we go. That's fantastic. We're now up to 26 likes, so less than 75 to go. 74 likes to go to get to 100 likes for this FA Cup final between Chelsea and Leicester City at Wembley Stadium with fans back in. It's nice to see fans back in, and it's nice to know that our game against Newcastle yesterday is the last time, hopefully, that we won't see any fans inside the stadium, which is really good. As of on Monday, when restrictions ease a little bit more, fans will be allowed in. This is a testing event. The Premier League game between Brighton and Man City on Tuesday evening, the game between Manchester City and Everton next Sunday. They're not testing events. I'm not too sure what the procedures are for fans being allowed into the stadium and testing and stuff like that. I was hoping to be successful on the ballot, and then I'd probably look further into that. But as of yet, I've still not had an email to even say I've been unsuccessful. But not right now. I haven't had that email. I'm just going to presume unsuccessful. There we go. So LG there, so 25% for smaller stadiums. So if it's less than 10,000, then it'll be 2.5. I presume that's up to stadiums with 40,000 people. Of course, 25% would be 10,000. So 30,000, if it's 25%, it's going to be 7.5. I presume that's how it's going to work. Although that might be common sense, that's not really how things work, but there we go. Mixed, thank you for tuning in. Good evening, late afternoon, early evening. I'll accept it. FA Cup final day. It's Chelsea taking on Leicester City. Hoping it's going to be a good game. Leicester, of course, the away team are going to be getting us underway here, playing in their, is it dark red, burgundy coloured kit? It is, attacking from left to right. Chelsea attacking from right to left, playing in their dark blue and black stripes is what it, squares is what it looks like. As we're ready and set for kickoff, and we do have kickoff for the FA Cup final here between Chelsea and Leicester City. Hoping Leicester will be successful and be able to win this game is what I'm hoping for. As Chelsea into a good position here, square it across, and Kasper Schmeichel can collect that, no problem. As Leicester get themselves a throw-in just on the outside of the Chelsea penalty area through 43 seconds here at the moment. As the ball goes out of play for a goal kick. Daniel, thank you for tuning in. Good evening. I'm okay. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you very much. How are you? I'm good. Yeah, not too bad actually. Looking forward to this week with football. Plenty of football to look forward to. Some of it's a bit meaningless. This is a good opportunity here for Timo Werner. He's up against Caglar Soyuncu. Tries to get it squared across. He does get it through Soyuncu's legs, but Leicester are there to mop it up. And they'll look for a cheap free kick there, Leicester, and they get one. That'll ease congestion on their defence. So Chelsea definitely looking for a bit of the counter attack at the moment. What do I think of the Man United game against Liverpool? I think the game highlighted that Liverpool on their day are still a very good team. A team that suffered through lack of investment at centre-back, that one serious injury to Virgil van Dijk, and all of a sudden their defence looks a bit exposed. They'll moan that Joe Gomez was also injured as well. He's an alright defender. I don't think he's anything more than alright. I just think he's a player that's maybe been made to look better than what he is sitting alongside Virgil van Dijk, but I don't think that's an excuse for having a season that they are, that there's a potential that they could miss out on Champions League football. But I think it did highlight that Liverpool have still got that quality and still a dangerous team. But I think Liverpool need to win every single game between now and the end of the season to possibly have a chance of making the Champions League next season. I think for Manchester United it showed that they are still a little bit behind where they need to be. That was a good bit of play that by Leicester. Got to Jamie Vardy, puts a ball into the box, and Kepa's there to take hold of the ball. So it's been a pretty bright start here for the start to this FA Cup final. Adel, I don't think I need to answer that. I'm not going to say I'm hoping Man City lose our first ever Champions League final, am I? So it's Marcus Alonso with a throw-in. Throws it back to Rudiger. He's been instructed by Kepa to go and clear it. The ball's given away. It's not a very good clearance. And a good bit of defending from former Leicester man N'Golo Kante ensures Chelsea can come away with the ball once more. As Thiago Silva's there to help mop up any danger. Not sure. Not sure. Still waiting on ticket information, of course, for the Champions League final, as to how many fans are going to be allowed to go and what restrictions are going to be in place and how fans are able to go and what criteria it's going to be, etc, etc. I've been told that for a normal season, to get hold of Champions League final tickets, it's normally a ballot like what City have been running for the Everton game. You just apply for the ballot, and if successful, you can then get tickets for a Champions League final, is what normal circumstances when buying outside of the club. There's a good bit of defending that I think by Fofana, and he can clear it. Here is Kante now. To Alonso. Up to 32 likes now. She's good. 68 likes away from 100 likes. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you are new around here. We don't just cover Manchester City content. I always say Man City and football content. That's what I mean by football content. Covering other big footballing matches. Don't really get much bigger than the biggest domestic final for a cup competition in the world. The FA Cup final. I'm going to be doing a live stream. Block there comes in from Leicester and out for a corner to Chelsea. The first corner of this game. So, yeah. Not just going to be covering Manchester City, but also covering other football matches as well, covering the big football matches. We're going to be covering this. We're going to be covering the match against Brighton. We're going to be covering the match against Everton. We're also going to be covering the final of the Europa League, followed by the final of the Champions League. So still plenty more live streams for everyone to look forward to. As Reece James is going to be taking a corner here for Chelsea. It's headed clear by Leicester and out for a throw-in to Chelsea on the right-hand side. It's up to 33 likes now. 67 likes to go. It is a shame that Zlatan's going to be missing the Euros for Sweden. As Soyuncu makes a challenge there and Leicester can come away with the ball and they can clear it as well. And out for a throw-in to Leicester just inside their own half. Defending there by Reece James, of course. As Brendan Rodgers and Thomas Tuchel are going locking horns here for this game. I'll also be doing some European Championship games, hopefully, as well. Including England games for people to look forward to. So still plenty more live streaming football content to come. No, I'm not going to... I was thinking about playoff games and I thought, no... Not sure. So another corner here for Chelsea. We're through 7 minutes of this game. Currently 0-0 in the FA Cup final. Chelsea have sent the defenders forward, including Thiago Silva. Going to be Hakim Ziyech taking this corner for Chelsea. On their right-hand side, corner comes in. It's a deep one, and it's headed clear by Leicester once more. Reece James follows it up on the left-hand side with a good cross in, and it's headed clear by Leicester once more. Thiago Silva wins the initial header. Caglar Soyuncu heads it clear. Leicester just looking to try and help it along its way. Tackle comes in, and Leicester can win that ball and get themselves a free kick as well. After a free kick given away from Hakim Ziyech on a challenge on Ayoze Perez. Morecambe v Tranmere. The big games that everyone wants to be covered. That's really funny. No, I'm not going to be covering the playoff games. I think what time's the Championship playoff final on? It's the same day as Man City are playing the Champions League final. Might that be covered? That has some meaning for City because we're going to be playing the winner of that. Here's Reece James. A tackle goes in from Jamie Vardy and out for a goal. A bit of an aggressive challenge that from Jamie Vardy. I feel like Leicester are just letting Chelsea know that they're there. They're here to scrap and scrape and challenge for everything. Chelsea send a long ball forward. Headed clear by Jonny Evans. Second ball's picked up, though, by Mason Mount. Here is Azpilicueta. N'Golo Kante. Jorginho. Good scouting opportunity, this, by the way, for Man City for the Champions League final in 2 weeks' time as well. Marcus Alonso. Rudiger gives the ball away. Rudiger not having a great game at the moment. Ayoze Perez goes up against Kante, and Kante makes a good challenge. Leicester can get the ball clear, looking for the gap. It's a good ball forward. Vardy's going up against Reece James, and Reece James does really well there in seeing off Jamie Vardy, and it's out for a goal kick to to Chelsea. I'm wondering if Reece James is going to start for Chelsea in the Champions League final. He'll have his hands full going up against Phil Foden. I presume Phil Foden will be starting and going on the left-hand side, and it'll be a different battle for him because Phil Foden isn't the strongest, he isn't the most physical of players. He's just a very technically gifted player that can just rip you apart if you let him. I feel like Reece James is a quick fullback, a player that likes to not only get forward, but likes to put in dynamic balls forward, and also good at dealing with players that want to come forward that are quick. So the quick wingers. And Phil Foden's a very technical player who wants to run at you, dribble at you. A bit of a different battle for what Reece James had against players like Ferran Torres and Raheem Sterling, players that want to run at you and be quick. Phil Foden's a more technically gifted player that wants to dribble, and Riyad Mahrez is the exact same, and I think that's what we'll go with against Chelsea, and that's something Chelsea haven't experienced too much when playing us under Thomas Tuchel. As a long ball comes in from Chelsea to absolutely nobody, and Kasper Schmeichel picks up that loose ball. Remains 0-0 here between Chelsea and Leicester through the first 11 minutes. We're now up to 35 likes, so only 65 likes to go till we get to 100 likes. Any help towards that would be much appreciated, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you are new around here. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. That would be much appreciated. Soyuncu goes right through the back of Mason Mount there, and no surprise that a free kick is given to Chelsea inside the Leicester half. Michael Oliver refereeing today's game. Juventus are struggling at the moment, aren't they? £3 PM kickoff that day then, so 3 PM in the build up to... Oh, well, I might be able to do a live stream for the Championship playoff final then. In the pre-match, in the pre-build up in the build up to the Champions League final, because the Champions League final doesn't kick off till 8. Long throw comes in from Leicester, just on the edge of their own penalty area, just to get that upfield that was there, as Rudiger picks up the loose ball. So Juventus are fighting for the top 4. So a big game for them then against Inter Milan, of course Serie A champions, so congratulations to Inter Milan on that achievement. I feel like this game might be decided on a mistake or an individual bit of brilliance. I personally don't think there's too much separating either team. Obviously, Chelsea, with the money that they've spent, the players that they've got, a team that can make the difference. As Rudiger gets himself into a position, has a shot, and it's no real conviction, no real accuracy on that, and it goes a couple of yards wide of the goalkeeper's left-hand post. I think Leicester will be pretty happy letting players like Rudiger have shots from 25 yards out, if I'm honest. Man City 255. Hello, thank you for tuning in. Here is Jonny Evans now then. Fofana on the right hand side. Takes on Hakim Ziyech. He wants a free kick and Michael Oliver gives him the free kick, which is taken quickly. Here is Youri Tielemans now. Plays a crossfield pass to Caglar Soyuncu. He moves it down the left hand side. Pass is intercepted by N'Golo Kante though. Here is Jorginho. Azpilicueta. Reece James. To Thiago Silva. Rudiger. Alonso goes long. Timo Werner can't control it properly. It looks like Mason Mount coming from an offside position. The arms were up, but linesman says no. Chelsea have had 74% possession at the moment, Leicester 26%, and it's exactly what Leicester's game is here. Let Chelsea have the ball and try and hurt them on the counter-attack with Iheanacho and Vardy playing. That's a good pull-back across, and it's a chance there for Jamie Vardy, who gets a shot in, and it's well blocked there. It was a good pull-back there from Leicester City, and that was an opportunity, probably the best opportunity of the game so far. It was Marc Albrighton with the ball across. It was a good chip in. I think it was from Tielemans. And Jamie Vardy just held his position and stripped away from Reece James. But Reece James does well to get his body in front of the shot and make the block and make amends for Jamie Vardy getting the position on him there. That was all-round good play. Good bit of attack from Leicester and a good bit of defending from Chelsea. Jonny Evans now has got Mason Mount for company. Goes back to Kasper Schmeichel, who goes long. I'm not sure why you'd want Chelsea to win, if I'm honest. I'm hoping Leicester will win this as well. I think it'd be really good for them. I think they deserve it. They're a nice club, Leicester. Supporting the underdog. Wanting any psychological advantage to be handed to Leicester, if I'm honest. Here is Thiago Silva now. Jorginho bringing the ball forward. Kante, Reece James. Timo Werner is going to be a free kick every day of the week. Challenge from Jonny Evans going through the back of Timo Werner. Timo Werner, of course, a bit suspect of chucking himself onto the ground. Saw it all too many times in the 2 times that City have played Chelsea. Timo Werner just likes to go to ground a little bit too easy for my liking. I'd like to see referees maybe stamp out on it a little bit. I feel like the longer he's in the Premier League, the more he'll develop a reputation for going down easy and the decisions will stop going his way. Good evening, Dale.
Evening. Bit flat at the minute, isn't it?
I've not missed anything.
No,
have you watched it down
downstairs?
there?
Yeah.
I think both. I think this will be a really close game. That's my prediction's 0-0.
Yeah, extra time.
Extra time, 0-0 after extra time as well.
Are you going to all the way?
Penalties? Another penalties.
I'm not sure. I think Leicester might...
could sneak it.
I'd like to see Leicester win this.
I'd like to see Leicester win it. I said they've had a difficult couple of years. Won the Premier League, got to the quarterfinals of the Champions League, and building themselves up. And then they had that accident with their owner passing away, didn't they, with the helicopter.
It took the sting out of them.
It did, yeah, naturally. And just started to build themselves back up as well. So I think it would be a good legacy for them. I think it would be a good award for them for the hard work and effort. It's not easy breaking into that top 4. It's not easy trying to hold off teams like Spurs and Liverpool. It's not an easy thing to do. That's a great ball in. That's desperately unlucky. Azpilicueta getting himself forward there as Kasper Schmeichel picks up the loose ball. So we're through 19 minutes. Chelsea 0, Leicester City 0 here at Wembley in front of fans. I said I'm going to presume that because of the European Championships, if they're trialling 23,000 fans being here, that was handball, 100%. Oh, they're not given... Oh, they have. I was going to say, how can you not?
I like Chelsea top.
Is it a new one or is it there?
I don't know.
Iheanacho there, good bit of control, 100% handball.
Playing really well, isn't he, Iheanacho? Yeah, I like the patterning on it.
How fun must it? Rain's coming down at Wembley. How fun must it be to be sat right at the top of the third tier, right on your own, isolated away?
Yeah. Nice and dry.
Yeah, watching an FA Cup final. The good seats. I've been up there. The good seats.
Are they?
Yeah.
Is hospitality open? Can you get drinks and food in the stadium or not? Or?
I'd presume so.
But is it because it's inside? Is it classed as inside?
So a set piece here. Leicester comes in. Headers won by Soyuncu and it's over the crossbar. There's a quarter of a chance that. Gets up ahead of it and out for a goal kick.
Good ball, isn't it?
It was a good ball in. I feel like Jonny Evans with his feet flapping about there might have put Soyuncu off a little bit there. Wasn't ever going to get on the end of that.
You were just saying before he's been on crutches all week.
Who?
Jonny Evans.
Oh, has he?
Mm.
Currently 1-1 in the Juventus game. That's unbelievable to think Ronaldo could not be in the Champions League next season, isn't it? Mason Mount has a shot and it's blocked by Leicester and they've not made the full clearance here yet. Yeah, I couldn't believe Timo Werner. I've always rated him. I always felt he was a really good player till when he's come to Chelsea. He goes to ground way too easy. I don't know whether he's had a reputation at Leipzig.
I said in the Champions League semi-final they were doing it.
Yeah. He does it against. Done it twice against us when we played against them. He'll do it again in the Champions League final. He'll do it today as well. Goes down like he's been shot.
I don't think he'd get away with it in the German league. Is it just something he's adapted once he come to Premiership? Because he thinks he can get away with it.
Yeah.
I've watched quite a bit of Bundesliga and you never see that kind of, it's quite
they don't
tough.
always put up with that now.
No, it's quite a tough division, isn't it?
Belonged in Spain with that.
Yeah, it does. Spain
of thing. Soyuncu they're taking an extra.
So I don't know if it's just something he's adapted into his game once he's got to Chelsea or not. I don't know.
Don't know why Soyuncu let that roll across his body. There's a bit of power on the pass from Kasper Schmeichel. He's been forced into playing a pass he didn't need to play unless they end up giving the ball away. It's good work that from Ndidi nearly winning the ball back. It looks like Ayoze Perez has dropped more into a defensive midfield role and Ndidi's gone further forward in the midfield. Youri Tielemans the other man. I think he's adapted to life in the Premier League very well since joining Leicester. Here is Ziyech, gets a ball across. Alonso's into a good position. He goes down. It's a good tackle that from Leicester. Now playing a ball over the top towards Iheanacho, but it's mopped up by the experienced Thiago Silva.
He's a class player.
He's a brilliant player. He's just one of them players that can't play. He's like Fernandinho, who can't play 2 games in a week.
No. He's always been class, hasn't he?
It's a great touch by Chelsea. This is a chance, and a shot comes in, and Mason Mount can't make the most of it, and it's wide of the post. I think a corner's being given.
Michael.
Lively there, Mason Mount appearing and popping up. He's had a good season for Chelsea.
He has a good season too.
Is that a corner?
No, doesn't look like it. Look at the rain.
A lot of rain coming down.
It is a corner.
Nice sound effects coming in. We've got rain here as well. Raining here at Wembley. Look like to be sat on the front row. Getting wet.
You've been down on the lower tier as well, haven't you?
Yes.
At Preston playoff final.
Yeah. So we've sat all 3 times we've been in the West Stand. Being up in 3rd tier for Dad's team Bolton. Behind the goal. Against Stoke in the FA Cup semi-final. Being for Preston in the lost 5-0.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Went for the Preston playoff. League One playoff final against Swindon. Preston won.
That,
I think it was 4-0.
Is that the one that shows you on the picture, isn't it?
Yeah.
On the steps.
Yeah. Yeah, that was in 1st tier. Slightly to not behind the goal. It was between the corner flag and the goal. It was really good seats. Dad said we won't mention that game.
Sorry. Secretly chuckling.
kind of started the demise for Bolton. That, to be honest, they got relegated the season after.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Kind of struggled to pick up the pieces, but I feel like Bolton got relegated due to the poor business in the transfer market. Having players like Paul Robinson at left back.
Big Sam in charge then?
He left. To be fair, I could argue.
Bolton
I could argue. Yeah, it starts when Sam Allardyce leaves.
Sam Allardyce leaves. He had a system, didn't he? And he had everybody on board.
Yeah,
and once that's taken away, someone comes in with different ideas, and it just doesn't suit then, does it?
Yeah, you'd have probably wanted. I mean, they brought in Gary Megson was next after Sam Allardyce. Right. To be honest, he never got them relegated. Then it was Owen Coyle, wasn't it?
Was Owen Coyle after Sam Allardyce?
Yeah.
What about Neil Lennon?
He was in Championship.
Was he?
Yeah.
Before then?
This is afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a nasty challenge.
It's a great challenge. That's a football challenge.
Hassan, thank you for tuning in. Dad enjoyed his ride on the M1. They just opened. They had a fire, and Dad just chanced his luck that the M1 might have just have opened or not. And he got onto the M1 literally minutes after it had just opened, so he was having to travel on it, and all 8 lanes of the M1 was.
But today?
No, when we went to Wembley, it was all empty. It was all empty. 10 years ago. It was 10 years ago.
They had a fire what on the?
10 years ago when we went, had a fire. It was an industrial fire.
Oh, and shut the motorway?
Yeah. Shut it for a day or two.
The M40 or something?
No, it was the M1.
They shut the M1?
Yeah. Into London. There's Chelsea have got a chance here. Timo Werner. It's 3-on-3. He has a shot and it's...
deflection.
Not a good shot and it's out for a goal kick, I think. Looked like it should have taken a deflection. I think he's just put his foot around that too much. Yeah. Chelsea very dangerous on the counter attack, winning the ball high up, aren't they?
He's back. He's Leicester best, isn't he? And he makes a massive difference. He picks everything up, doesn't he?
He's surely a cert to be starting for France at the Euros.
Yeah, you would imagine so.
Wish he was English. Love to have an engine like that.
Yeah.
Imagine how good he'd be for Liverpool midfield.
Yeah. It's a poor ball. Oh,
I'm surprised Liverpool never tried to go for someone like Wilfred Ndidi or Youri Tielemans.
Yeah, just someone. Yeah, a bit tough, aren't they? You know,
they run a lot though as well.
Yeah, hard workers. That's poor defending by Leicester. Then he should have been telling Sonny, what's it called,
Soyuncu
to just leave that alone. It would have dropped out.
Yeah. Dad's been to Wembley 3 times with 3 long rides home. All unsuccessful.
I've never been to the new Wembley.
How many times have you been to the old one?
3.
Have you won any?
Yeah. No. Once. I went for an England under-21 game, which we won. That was through the junior football club I played for. And I went to an England international, which was against Bulgaria, which finished in 0-0. And then I went to the 95, when was Reece born? 95, yeah, so the 95 playoff final, Bury against Chester.
That's a great ball, big chance here for Chelsea.
We got beat 2-0.
That's a good ball across, and Chelsea can't follow it in, and it's wide. Azpilicueta was the man trying to follow that in, and he couldn't, and it's wide for Chelsea. That was a chance. Best chance of the game so far. I've been 3 times to Wembley. All 3 were the new Wembley. So I said
that's close.
Bolton's one, lost against Stoke. It was a great ball in that, yeah, from Thiago Silva of all people. Which Bolton lost to Stoke, and then I've been to the Preston one with Aaron for the League One playoff final, which finished 4-0, and I've been with Man City to the Carabao Cup final in 2019 against Chelsea, which Man City won on penalties, finished 0-0 that one. So I've been successful at Wembley twice in my time going. Is Leicester building it up from the back? What do I think of Laporte switching to Spain? That's a really interesting one.
Yeah, I read that during the week.
Really interesting.
Yeah, from France to Spain.
He got called... So last year, just before... So it was the... He'd been called up to the France squad for the first time last March, ready for the March international duty. And he'd been called up previously and he had to withdraw because he got injured. And since then he's had other opportunities to be called up, and Didier Deschamps, the manager at France, doesn't rate him. He's been picking other players like Kurt Zouma, Lenglet or whatever his name is at Barcelona, has been getting in ahead of Laporte, and quite frankly it's not been on. And he's always questioned Laporte's attitude, and he's never really taken to Laporte. And Laporte's got dual citizenship of both. He's born in France, but he's also got Spanish citizenship as well.
Right.
And so Spain have offered him the opportunity to join their national team after it looked like he wanted to play for France, and he's just obviously doesn't feel like he can get into their squad. And so Aymeric Laporte now is set to be in the Spanish Euro 2021.
Not a bad option, is it?
No, Euro 2021 team. It's a shame he's not got English citizenship. I'd quite like him to play for England.
Yeah. Said then he's not fit.
Jonny Evans, he's down on one knee. Feeling pain. He's probably
It's a big risk. He's been on crutches most of the week.
Yeah, he's not fully fit. I think it's a good move. I think it'll be a good move for him. Dad at 0-6 in 3 matches at Wembley. 2 went into extra time. Went to the Bolton semi-final against Aston Villa in 2000. It's the closest Bolton got to reaching the FA Cup final. I think Bolton back in the day, the early 2000s to the middle of the 2000s, were a really good team, and they just missed out on winning a trophy. That FA Cup semi-final loss against Aston Villa in 2000. They lost the League Cup final in 2004 against Middlesbrough.
One of the best games I've watched on telly was the Bolton Reading playoff final. I think it finished 4-3 or something like that. It was a great game.
What year was that?
It was a bank holiday Monday, I'm sure it was.
Dad'll know. Bolton Reading, Dad, when was it?
See, big risk at Jonny Evans.
Yeah, he's having to go off.
Yeah.
Just done it for a confidence boost, haven't they? You get 30 minutes out of him, you get 30 minutes as Albrighton's coming on. I thought Albrighton was starting. Who was that put in the ball before then? Thought it was Albrighton.
That's his season over, you would imagine.
Yeah. 95, Dad says.
Is that when it was? 95?
There you go. He won, was it?
I think Reading won in the end, but it was a great game of football. Absolutely brilliant game.
Was it Reading, Dad?
I'm sure it was.
I think they beat Preston 2000. Was it 2000? 2001? 99? I can't remember when it was actually. Bolton. They beat Preston in the playoff final to get to the Premier League. Dad says Bolton won 4-3.
4-3, yeah. I knew it was 4-3, but yeah.
Bolton.
Yeah, it was a great game of football.
Darren says 2001 is the... is that the Preston one? Then Preston 4 years later, 2005, went to Cardiff Millennium Stadium and lost to West Ham 1-0. Aaron went to that game with my uncle. In the playoff.
Preston, when we went to Wembley in the playoff final, we beat Preston in the semi-final.
Did you?
Yeah. It was
loads of memories and history. Love it.
It was 1-1 at Deepdale.
Yeah.
And then 1-0 at Big. Tony Rigby.
There you go.
Score.
Dad says 2-0 down after 15 minutes.
That's right,
Reading missed a penalty to make it 3-0.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was a bank holiday Monday. It was a really, really good game of football. Really good.
Man City's prestigious moments come in 99. Gillingham, weren't it?
Yeah. Paul Dickoff. That was a turning point.
A turning point, yeah.
Probably the biggest goal in the history of Man City, that. Unless something happens in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah. It was a good finish from
it was a good finish from Dickoff. Yeah, I remember watching it. It took it to extra time, didn't it?
Yeah. It's just ever so slightly just before my...
That's
could be a yellow card. Castagne it was with the ball in before. Yeah, it was just slightly before my time. I started supporting City in 2002. I was following them in 2001. Well, I supported them in 2002. Upon promotion to the Premier League from the Division 1 it was at the time.
When was the takeover?
2008.
8, was it?
Yeah. So I endured 6 years of Man City pre-takeover.
What year was that? When was that?
2008 was the takeover.
So you'd have missed Bury's great triumph at Main Road, wouldn't you?
Yeah, so my earliest memories I've got. So we had Ali Benarbia, Darren Huckabee, Sean Gota, players like that. Aaron says, fun fact, Preston were in the playoffs in 99 and we lost to Gillingham.
Really?
I didn't know that. There you go.
I didn't know that. No, I didn't know that.
And we went on to beat Gillingham.
Yeah, I never knew that. Yeah, we beat... we drew 1-1 at Gig with City.
Yeah.
It was probably one of the only times I've ever seen Gig Lane full. There's 10,000 plus there, and then we went to Main Road. I took Reece. Reece was only about 3-year-old, and he slept through the whole of the first 50 minutes, flat out asleep. And then Bury scored about 75. It was a Valentine's Day. It's now known as Paul Butler Day because he was the guy who got the goal. So on Valentine's
famous
Day,
win though, isn't it? Famous.
Yeah, you on if you go on like a lot of Bury chat type thing on Valentine's Day, you'll see people saying Happy Paul Butler Day.
Any news on Bury yet?
The
stadium's gone up for sale.
Yeah, there's a lot of rumours. They're all rumours, aren't they? Until something is got a stamp on it, then you never know, do you?
Mm.
It's a positive move, I think, selling the stadium.
What happens if a housing development buy it?
I don't know whether there's certain things on the council. Andy Burnham's come forward and said the council are going to buy it. There's loads of different rumours. There's supposed to be a they call them a covenant or something on the ground to say it's got to be used. That area's got to be used for sports and recreational. It's not difficult to get around. You build 100 houses and a park in the middle and a five-a-side pitch, and it's still got the same usage on it. There's no fine wording to say it's got to be a stadium. No, it's just got to be used for that purpose.
It's a pretty big town, Bury, though, to not have a football club, isn't it?
It is, and to not have and then there's loads of different rumours. We'll just have to wait and see. There's a few. Apparently, people who are interested in buying the club originally are interested in purchasing the ground. Salford Rugby Club are interested in buying the ground because they're moving out of the AJ Bell Stadium.
Oh yeah.
Which is apparently being bought by Salford City FC.
Oh, is it?
Well, they bought land near there for the new training ground. So yeah, they've been after buying it for a while. So that could be their new stadium.
Yeah, the Trafford Centre.
Yeah, so are they called Salford Reds, the rugby team? I don't know.
It used to be called the Salford City Reds, but
I'm a bit ignorant towards rugby. But yeah, apparently they're looking at around a £4 million bid for it.
It's not even in Salford.
It's not. No.
Don't really get that.
It's not far away, is it? Bury and Salford. It's actually
no.
That's a good defending. If Bury was still in the league, then Salford would actually be their closest.
That's a great ball. Hakim Ziyech now. Werner gets a good shot away and good defending. Really good defending that from Fofana. Yeah. Really good defending. So, Dad says Bolton's only game won.
That's a bad tackle, that is.
Only game won by Bolton at Wembley is that game against Reading.
Was it?
But Dad says Bolton won that day because he didn't go. There you go.
You have the same look as me, Tony.
Man City did beat Gillingham. Aaron says Hessen-Fahler. I don't know who that is. Is that the player then, I presume?
Andy Hessenthaler.
I presume that's him. Preston lost 1-0 on aggregate.
Yeah, I think he scored in the final as well. I think he scored against City in the final.
Have a look.
And the Essendon title. He was like a Gillingham, god. I think he went on to manage Gillingham as well. I think.
The 99 Football League Second Division Playoff Final attendance 77,000 nearly on the 30th of May. Preston, they played Gillingham. They finished 5th, right. And Man City finished 3rd. Fulham and Walsall went up that season. Wigan in 6th. Aaron, it finished 1-0 at home. Yeah, 1-1 away and 1-0 at home. It finished. So Gillingham's goals came through Asaba and Taylor in the 81st and 87th minute, and then the 90th minute, Kevin Horlock comes in and grabs what people might have been thinking a consolation. And then 95th minute, Paul Dickoffs gets up, gets the equaliser, and City win 3-1 on penalties. Penalties scored by Horlock, Cook and Edgehill. Dickoff missed.
Richard Edgehill.
Oh, it was Nicky Weaver to the rescue, weren't it? With the penalty his famous celebration. Nicky Weaver, you know that?
Yeah, of course.
Runs around.
Bit of nostalgia there for
Andy Hessenhall, the captain, central midfielder.
Yeah, I'm sure he went on to manage it.
He's currently manager of Dover. Let's have a look. He has managed Gillingham, 2000 to 2004. Yeah. Dover, then Gillingham again.
I don't think he had a bad record there, you know.
Did he not?
No, I'm not sure. I don't think
Gillingham. He's made 303 appearances for Gillingham, scoring 20 goals and 195 appearances for Watford. He's played for Barnet and Dover as well. His career spanned quite a while, 1983 to 2010. It's a 27-year career. Why did he hang them boots up?
Different era. Now it's too football weren't as physical then. You weren't expected to be as fit as you are now.
That's not a bad ball in, and the header's won by Leicester, and it's wide again. So Soyuncu again winning a header. To be honest, 42 minutes in, I think Leicester will be pretty happy. It's tight. It's 0-0.
Yeah,
I think they'll be happy to 0-0 this. I think they'll be happy to 0-0 this. I'll tell you what, I think Soyuncu should be doing a bit better.
Yeah,
he's good in the air and he wins the header there. He's got a good... Yeah, he's in front of Thiago Silva. I think
Thiago Silva's just again experienced, just turns his back to it and puts a bit of weight on him and...
Yeah. Excuse me. So we're up to 47 likes now, so we're 53 likes away from 100 likes. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you are new around here. Having a good chat here about football. Do enjoy a good chat about football.
Nostalgia.
I miss it. I miss going to football. Miss doing this and miss doing that, if I'm honest.
Is it the final game of the season in the Serie A?
I'm not sure. Good question. I'm not sure. As Werner gets a shot away and it's wide. He's probably most likely to score, Timo Werner. I think Mason Mount's looked pretty lively as well. Soyuncu from set pieces has looked lively for Leicester. The one thing I'm seeing, one thing I've learned ready for the Champions League final, not just from this game, but from watching Chelsea a couple of times. That should have been a corner. One thing I've learned is Chelsea are always looking to capitalise upon... Oh, it is a corner. Always looking to capitalise on mistakes. They're looking for you to give the ball away in a high-up position. So our defence are going to have to be absolutely on it. I wouldn't be surprised to see Man City take up a similar tactic to what we did against PSG, which is sit slightly deeper and say to Chelsea, come at us.
Yeah, have a go.
Reece James with a corner. Now, they normally go for the near post. Chelsea normally go for the near post. They're struggling with Leicester's physicality and height.
Yeah,
their corners aren't looking as good.
Yeah, a bit deeper.
Perhaps that's just exploiting how bad Man City are on set pieces. That they're trying the same trick against Leicester and it's not working. I think the players that hold the key for Man City for that Champions League final all rest upon our attack for that day, which will be De Bruyne, Phil Foden and Mahrez. What can they do?
Yeah.
Mahrez was so important to knocking out PSG. He's the reason we went through. He ripped them to shreds. And looking at the performance of Rudiger in this game, if I'm Riyad Mahrez, I'm rubbing my hands. Ben Chilwell will overcommit. So will they go with Marcus Alonso?
I think they'll go with
That's a great ball. Vardy wins the header and it's glanced wide.
With Alonso. He's a bit more experienced, isn't he?
Yeah. Former Bolton, man. As we're into added time. 2 minutes has been added on here for the FA Cup final. It's not been a great game. I'm not going to lie. It's been a game of few chances. There hasn't been too much clear cut, has there, really?
No.
Chelsea have had more possession. I think Jamie Vardy will be disappointed with his header there. That's out for a throw into Chelsea. What can Chelsea do? Final minute of the first half here. That's a good point. Do you not think it's about time when you're viewing BBC and all the terrestrial TV channels, like Channel 101 takes you on to BBC One?
Yeah.
That you've got to find a separate channel for BBC One HD. Do you not think it's about time that 101, when you put it in, takes you automatically to BBC HD?
You should do, shouldn't it? Yeah.
I think
it's 108, isn't it? BBC HD.
I mean, who doesn't want to watch HD?
Well...
And even if you don't have HD TV, you put HD channel and it still shows the game like it normally would.
Yeah.
Just not in high definition, because it's not supported. So that's a good header won by Chelsea. And it's volleyed clear by Leicester. And the half-time whistle does go here. So it is 0-0 at half-time between Chelsea and Leicester City. I'm going to get up the stats for this game. Then we're going to go through the current scores from around the grounds, and then we've got some half-time entertainment ready for the second half of this FA Cup FA Cup final. So, quick note, just before we do crack on with looking at the statistics, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, you want to help to support my channel, then do subscribe, press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. We're aiming for 18,000 subscribers now here on the JSGC channel, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget also you can find my social media links there in the description below, and also on the yellow banner too if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below and on the yellow banner too. If you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries, leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video. We are aiming for 100 likes. We're 51 likes away from that, so any help towards that would be much appreciated, and do let me know your thoughts in the live chat as well. So going to have a look at the stats for this game and see what's happening so far for this match. I reckon it's probably going to show Chelsea dominating the possession so far for this game. So in terms of possession, yeah, Chelsea 56% possession compared with 44% possession for Leicester City. 8 shots at the moment from Chelsea, with 5 shots coming in from Leicester City. In terms of corners, 6 corners at the moment for Chelsea and none, surprisingly, for Leicester City at this moment in time. Both teams are on 1 yellow card apiece. Yellow card for Timo Werner in the 40th minute for Chelsea, and in the 36th minute it was Wesley Fofana with the yellow card. 1 sub at the moment, Marc Albrighton coming on for Jonny Evans. Of course, he picked up an injury for Leicester City. I don't think he was fully fit for this game, if I'm completely honest, but there we go. In terms of shots on target, none apiece for both teams, which is pretty disappointing. 3 shots off target for Chelsea, and 4 block shots, and 3 off target for Leicester and 2 block shots. In terms of pass completion rate at 85% for Chelsea and 82% for Leicester City. 1 clear-cut opportunity created for Chelsea, none for Leicester. No offsides apiece. Tackle completion rate for Chelsea at a 75% tackle completion rate, which is very good. The aerial duels only at 35%, they'll be disappointed with. Leicester's tackle completion rate slightly below Chelsea's at 62.5%, which still isn't bad at all. And aerial duels at a very dominant 60% as well. So a very nip and tuck game, which I think is going to be fine margins and a team that's feeling clinical. But when you're having no shots on target for both teams, it isn't a classic. Let's not lie about that. Hopefully the second half will be a bit better, and I'm hoping that Leicester will come out on top as well, because I think that would be really good, and it'd be good for them. And I'm hoping it'll help to try and put more psychological pressure onto Chelsea more than anything. So, going to go and head on to the later scores from around the grounds. In the Premier League earlier today, in the early kickoff, it finished Burnley 0, Leeds United 4 in a dominating win for them. In the 3 o'clock kickoff, it finished Southampton 3, Fulham 1, so a good win there for Southampton. And this evening, we've got a match that does have a little bit of importance on it. Brighton taking on West Ham. West Ham, if they want Champions League football, need to be winning that game. Looking to try and catch themselves back up there. That's kicking off at an 8 PM BST time. That is at Brighton for that game. Of course, Manchester City taking on Brighton on Tuesday evening at the Amex Stadium. In the Scottish Premiership, it finished Hibernian 0, Celtic 0 in the final game of the season. Rangers 4, Aberdeen 0. They lifted the SPL trophy and have also gone a full season unbeaten, so congratulations to them. They beat Aberdeen by 4-0 at Ibrox today. St Johnstone 0, Livingston 0 as well. You've got the Scottish Premiership playoffs taking place. Dundee taking on Raith Rovers at 7:45 PM BST today. In the Bundesliga, I think is it the penultimate game of the season, I think, in the Bundesliga. It's finished Bayer Leverkusen 1, Union Berlin 1, Mönchengladbach 1, Stuttgart 2. Bielefeld 1, Hoffenheim 1, Schalke 4, Eintracht Frankfurt 3. That means if Borussia Dortmund win one of their last 2 games, then they secure qualification into the Champions League. And that's another stumbling block in a potential transfer of Erling Haaland, is what I'm getting at with that. Augsburg 2, Werder Bremen 0, Hertha Berlin 0, Köln 0, and Freiburg 2, Bayern Munich 2. Into Serie A. This is the penultimate game of the season there in Italy. It's finished Genoa 3, Atalanta 4, Spezia 4, Torino 1. It's currently Juventus 2, Inter Milan 1 at the moment, which sees Juventus into 4th place with pressure onto Napoli to try and get European or Champions League qualification next season. You've got the Rome derby taking place at 7:45 PM BST. Roma taking on Lazio. In the National League, finished Notts County 2, Bromley 2, Aldershot Town 1, Hartlepool 3, Boreham Wood 2, Wrexham 3, Chesterfield 0, Wealdstone 0, Dagenham and Redbridge 3, Halifax Town 0, Eastleigh 3, Barnet 0, Maidenhead United 0, Sutton 3, Solihull Moors 2, Woking 1, Weymouth 2, Altrincham 1, Yeovil 3, Kings Lynn Town 1, and Notts County against Dover Athletic has been postponed. I think that's up to date with most of the scores, actually. I think it's just... so you've had the FA Vars, Warrington, Rylands 2, Walsall Wood 1. There we go. And lastly, into Portugal, it's finished Boa Vista 1, Portimonense 0, Farense 1, Tandela 0. It's currently Benfica 0, Sporting Lisbon 0. In the Lisbon derby there. Sporting Lisbon, of course, already champions of the Premier Liga there in Portugal. That's currently 0-0, and you've got Rio Ave taking on FC Porto at 8:30 PM BST as the sun comes out at Wembley, ready for that second half. So I think that's everything pretty much covered. Hopefully it'll be a better second half than it was the first half. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go on to some half-time entertainment for everybody to look forward to. Then we'll go on and crack on with the second half of this live watch-along between Chelsea and Leicester City in the FA Cup final, which is currently 0-0. This is Mixed In, my partner channel, providing today's half-time entertainment once more. If you want to go and check out Mixid's channel, his link is in the description below for everybody to look forward to. Do go and like and subscribe over at his channel. He's aiming for 1,000 subscribers. He's less than 160 subscribers, I think, nearly, or thereabouts. He's about 160 subscribers away from 1,000 subscribers. So any help towards that will be much appreciated. And today's halftime entertainment is Mixid, bringing you how to make a tequila sunrise with a little bit of a twist using Don Julio brand. So enjoy, everybody.
What's up, guys? Mixid here, back again for another summer drinks and cocktail. And today's summer drinking cocktail is a tequila sunrise. And I will show you how to make this delicious cocktail. 2 parts to 1 of orange juice and tequila. And then just add a dash of grenadine, which I will show you how to make right now. As you can see, we're using a Tom Collins, a really big glass, 350ml. First ingredient to go in, guys, is 200ml of orange juice. Next ingredient to go in, guys, is 100ml of Don Julio tequila. You can use any tequila you like, because it's not the easiest ingredient to get, Don Julio. Time to shake for a good 10 seconds, get nice and calm. Today, when I did a dash of grenadine, I like to put into its cap and then just drizzle it. I don't want too much because I will ruin it. Or a slice of orange. Let's add a cherry. And the final thing to do now, guys, is how does the tequila sunrise taste? The taste test. Because that is one of my favourite drinks because it's just a beautiful colour. Certainly a refreshing drink and never ever disappoints. The tequila sunrise, absolutely beautiful, especially with the quality of the Don Julio tequila is not disappointing me. You can taste the orange juice, certainly complements the tequila mixing in, and also you can taste a little bit of the grenadine, which gives it that sweetness. It's absolutely beautiful. I would highly recommend for a summer drink or cocktail in the summer. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. That is how you make a tequila sunrise. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Mixid if you wish to see more cocktail videos like this, as I will be doing more summer themed drinks like this. And you can check out my social media in the description below if you wish, my Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. And also you can hit me up on my email, mixid@gmail.com. Sponsor or any videos you want to see if you want to contact me that way. And that is the video, guys. Hope you have a nice day, and I will see you for the next cocktail video. Cheers.
So thank you very much to Mixid for providing today's halftime entertainment. I hope you all enjoyed that. Don Julio Tequila Sunrise, one of my favourite cocktails actually, a Tequila Sunrise. Can't go wrong with that. So I do hope everyone did enjoy that. So if you want to go check out Mixid's channel, then you can. All you need to do is go into my description, and going into my description you'll be able to find Mixid's channel, where you can just press the link in there which will take you to his channel, and you can go and subscribe and like and subscribe. That would be much appreciated. So thank you everybody for that. I do hope everybody did enjoy the halftime entertainment. We are just currently waiting for the second half to get underway for this FA Cup final between Chelsea and Leicester City, currently 0-0. Not being the greatest of games at the moment. I was just reading them. Man City have put out a thing saying they've contacted all the fans for the ballot.
Oh,
I've not been contacted.
Oh.
System that's clearly not worked. People are very unhappy. This guy was saying that he's been a season ticket holder for 20 years. He's entered the ballot to try and get tickets for that Everton game to see City lift the Premier League trophy, and he's been unsuccessful, which a lot of people, you can accept. He said, but there's another person that became a match day member 3 weeks ago that's never been to a City game that's managed to get tickets for it.
Over. Is it just literally pull a name out of a hat type?
It's literally, just enter your name and just random.
It's a bit unfair. It should go on like, obviously every time you
I think
get
for the most
ticket, it should be a tick on your membership and
I think they wanted to make it fair so everyone had the chance to go. I'll be honest,
but it's not fair,
with it being 10,000 fans and it being a really important game, I think they should have done the same system they had in place for the League Cup final, which is your points tally, and just move them points tallies down really quickly.
Yeah, it's a bit unfair, that, isn't it?
So it does allow fans that have been there for 20 years to get a ticket to go and see it. But it's a big game. That's just part and parcel of big games.
Let's be honest. It might be another 5, 6, 7 years before they get to a Champions League final again.
Yeah.
So the fans who go week in, week out, who deserve to be there, are now going to miss out because of a silly ballot. The way they've done it, it's just not fair, is it?
I agree with it. The ballot I agree with if it was getting down to like a really small allocation.
Yeah.
Like if it was an away game with like 1,000 fans allowed to go. But for the very big games, it should be on priority for fans that have been there for
you can give
years and years.
To them people, and then ballot the rest.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah, I think I'd probably agree with that.
Make
probably,
sure. Yeah, you every club has these diehard fans who go week in, week out. They don't tend to accumulate more than 5,000.
No.
Do you know what I mean? So them that first 3,000, even 3,000 tickets should go to them supporters who you get some supporters who use the whole annual leave at work to go down to Brighton on a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
And that's all they should have the chance. They should get that ticket. They're the ones who. It's unfair, isn't it?
We do have kick-off here for the second half. I don't think City's ever been fabulous at distributing tickets. I mean, they've always prioritised wrong. I know there's been big away games. There's been like 200-300 tickets that have been given away to obviously friends and family of the players, and rather than putting them in boxes and hospitality, put them in with the away fans, and so the away fans, some of them miss out on going to the games. It's a bit ridiculous because I know there's there's been like matches at the Emirates Stadium against Arsenal where lots of people have wanted to go, and there's been like 50 to 100 people from Belgium that's never been to a Man City game in the Man City away end, and you're thinking, how have they got here?
It's disrespecting your own supporters in a way. They're the ones who, like I just said, week in, week out, they're there. They do the miles. They put, they use.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
There's some of them supporters who
been through it thick and thin, been to lots of games over a 40-year span.
Exactly. To me, when it comes to like a Champions League final, it's such a big game. There's a select group of fans who to me, should be given by each club, not just City, but by, like some kind of like hospitality treatment. They deserve to be there. They're the ones who put the legs in. They're the ones who, they spent fortunes and fortunes following the love for a club. And I think the club should sometimes, at games like that, should reward them kind of fans.
I'm wondering how much demand there'll be for that. They've not sorted out the travel yet. Portugal announced yesterday that people are allowed into Portugal now after it originally decided that it was going to be after the Champions League final that British people would be allowed in. Well, they've rushed that through, and so they're now allowing fans in so they can go and travel. So I think that might have impacted, because I know quite a few people have booked flights that they're not going to get tickets for the Champions League final, but they booked flights to go
for a holiday now, aren't they?
To Porto anyway, yeah. There's a chance here for Chelsea. Timo Werner looking to try and spring a counter-attack here. He's not got the pass right, and it goes out of play for a goal kick to...
Very scrappy the first few minutes.
Yeah, it is just a scrappy game. Aaron, I'm not aware of anyone that's from Man City YouTube that's got hold of tickets for anything, if I'm honest. Like I said, with the Premier League one and the ballot, I'm not that bothered because I've live streamed all through the season, so I feel like it's fitting for me that it gets to our last game with the Premier League trophy being lifted that I'll live stream that as well and go into the game and miss out on the opportunity of doing that. With the Champions League final, I mean 6,000. It's not a lot, is it?
It's not.
It's not a lot.
It's not.
It's not a lot, and I imagine they'll probably be snapped up pretty quickly. I'd probably, if you're a Man City fan, that unless you are in their high category points category, I would say that probably your most likely game is getting hold of a corporate ticket.
How many people would you of each club? Not just City. We're not just talking to like United and Liverpool. How many fans do you think they've got in that high category? How many? What?
2,000-3,000.
Exactly. Yeah. So 6,000. So the club should, and the same with Chelsea. They've probably got the similar numbers. They should be making sure that that group of fans get the first 2,000-3,000 tickets, and then you start the ballot after that.
Yeah.
To me, then that's further, isn't it? Like you've just said, some guy who's only had a membership for 3 weeks has now got a chance to go to the Champions League final. Chances are he's going to buy that ticket. He's going to go to that final. He'll probably not go to another City game for 10 years.
I'd probably be tempted to lean the opposite way and say there's a good chance he'll sell that ticket because there'll be people
I agree.
There'll be people willing to pay a lot
big,
of
massive
money.
Yeah, so let's be honest, he might not even be a City fan. He might have just
no.
It's worth 40 quid membership to put yourself in that ballot. He's now got, like you say, a golden ticket, hasn't he? He either goes or he sells.
That's a great ball. That's well read from Kepa.
Or he sells that ticket for in excess of what? 1,000 quid.
And there'll be people willing to pay it.
Of course they will.
I said to you, if the match sells out on season tickets, and I think if the club goes down that route, and they want to go down the ballot and they go with, I think the ballot should be upon season ticket holders. I think it should be like you said, the fans with a certain amount of points that have been going to this many games get first access, and then the rest of it, like if you've not been I would probably say if you've been a season ticket holder for less than 10 years, everyone else goes into a ballot.
Yeah, there's a fair way of doing it.
And if there's tickets still remaining, I mean, to be fair, people will want the Champions League tickets.
Yeah.
There will be 6,000 City fans willing to go to Portugal. I don't think that game will come off season ticket sales.
If they're going to ballot every single member, I think it's a bit unfair.
But I was saying before you came up that in terms of the Champions League final tickets, you said it's just a ballot with UEFA that you enter for to get tickets for.
Yeah,
And then
previously when...
I think that is probably a line I'd go under. I'd probably just have a look at where the location is of the FA Cup. So let's have, the Champions, where the Champions League final is going to be.
When it's full capacity, that's how it tends to work. There's so many on open sale.
Yeah.
That you have to apply for.
Let's have a look. Where's the final going to be?
See, I just entered the ballot because it was Cardiff.
Yeah, so location. So next year's one's going to be in St. Petersburg. So then you ask yourself, do you want to go to St. Petersburg?
Not really.
It's not really.
A bit of a trek.
Yeah. Year after. Have they got the year? I don't think they've announced the year after. So I'd imagine the year after would probably be Istanbul.
Aren't they gonna move these now? So isn't next year going to be Turkey and the year after going to be St. Petersburg?
I don't know if that's how they're going to work it.
I know. I did read some of that's what they were thinking of. It was.
I imagine probably
because Turkey have lost out on 2 years now.
Yeah, probably
and
it would.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I read everything's going to move. If it had to be moved from Istanbul this year, then everything's going to move a year. So the year after it will be Istanbul, and then that one will go.
Yeah.
The St. Petersburg one will go back a year.
Would you fancy Istanbul?
To be honest, it's a city I've always wanted to go to. It's just it's not the best place for English fans to be, is it? Let's be honest.
As the header comes in from Alonso and it's saved by Kasper Schmeichel. I think
it's not the best city for English football fans to travel to. I mean, be honest, it was a long time ago when the 2 Leeds fans were sadly stabbed in Istanbul.
Murdered.
Yeah, but you know, has it changed a lot? You don't know.
Probably not.
You know.
Same can be said in Italy.
It can,
in Rome and
Rome,
stuff.
yeah. No, yeah. That's a fair point.
I know they've had police brutality in places like Madrid before. English fans come with a reputation.
Are always going to get. They do, and it's. I get it. 10, 15 years ago. Nowadays,
I think the situation the situation I'd put you in is: would you be willing to go to Istanbul if it was going to be a match between Bayern Munich and Real Madrid? Would you be willing to go to Istanbul to watch that game for a Champions League final?
Yeah. I think I would personally. I would go regardless. If I had a ticket, I would go.
Yeah.
But like you say, I do think if it was an English club and there was, you know, Juventus and Real Madrid and Bayern Munich, you're only going to get a few English fans. Whereas if City or United or Liverpool, then you're going to end up with 20 or 30,000. And the problem you get is English clubs are so well supported and so well followed. You're going to get a limited amount who has got tickets, and then you're going to get 15 plus thousand who don't have tickets. Yeah. They've got nowhere to go. They've got nothing to do. So the fan parks are a really good idea because it keeps them. Yeah. You know.
Aaron says not for him. Like a different opinion, said he wouldn't go unless it was an English team involved.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be some people saying they wouldn't go unless it's their team. That's a great ball in that. Yeah. Unless it's their team involved.
Yeah. No. I think.
All depends on how much it's costing me. It's a bit like the $1 million question. It's like me saying I've got hold of tickets for a World Cup match, for example. Let's say, like in Qatar or something. I said I've got hold of tickets, but it's not an England game. It's Spain against Croatia. Yeah. Would you go?
I think I would. I think when it come down to it, if I was given, if I got a ticket for.
That's a great ball in a game cleared by Chelsea.
Such a big game as a Champions League final. You know, you're looking at the best players in Europe. I think I would. I would enjoy to go and watch them.
Yeah, the one thing you know is you're going to be watching some great players on show because you're looking at the best teams. I think it's a shame we're just moving past an era because there'd be a time when I'd guarantee to you right now that if you get tickets for a Champions League final, you're more likely going to be watching Messi and or Ronaldo taking on each other.
Yeah.
And then they say to you, how often do you get to watch two of the best generational players playing the biggest cup competition in the world, and you're lucky enough to get hold of tickets to be able to go to some brilliant football stadiums to watch that.
Yeah, you don't do it.
It's a bit like the situation with the NFL tickets that I've applied for. How often do I get to go to an NFL game? Well, I'm hardly ever in America. They've never had NFL on whilst I've been there. I've never had an opportunity to go.
No.
So where's the opportunity? It turns out to be in London. I like following Miami Dolphins. I have no idea. I don't even know why.
A lot of English NFL fans follow New England Patriots. And the reason for that is I think on the map it's the closest American football team to the UK. And that's why they do it. Oh, the Green Bay Packers are quite big.
The Green Bay Packers are a popular one. I know Philadelphia Eagles are a pretty popular one as well.
I think in terms of...
I'll tell you one to keep an eye out for. Las Vegas. They've got one in the Oakland Raiders have moved to Las Vegas.
Have they moved now, yeah?
And the most visited place by any by
LA
Brits.
Raiders did it.
The Oakland. Was it LA before then maybe?
I think it might have been, yeah.
All I know is Las Vegas is the most visited place by Brits in America.
Really?
Yeah. The tourism of Las Vegas is made up of American tourists and and British tourists.
Right.
Don't really get anyone from anywhere else. I think the key word there is tourist.
Yeah.
Obviously, LA and New York will get more visitors, but they're not people that are always travelling for.
No.
They're travelling for business, and not many people travel to Vegas for business.
No, that's
more pleasure than
true,
business.
Yeah.
I'm very surprised. Kyle, are you from America, Kyle? He's saying you either love or hate the Patriots in the US. No real in between.
A bit Marmite, are they?
Yeah,
as you would say here, it's a bit Marmite.
You either love it or you hate it. They remind me a lot of Manchester United.
I think I think you probably get with a lot of English NFL fans who support the Patriots because they are the most successful NFL team as well.
Yeah.
So that's probably why.
Yeah. Hey, I've got a new video idea that I'm going to have coming to my channel in August. Are you a fan of boxing or not? Not really. Not really. Right, they've got Anthony Joshua against Tyson Fury.
Yeah, have they moved it to Middle East?
They moved it to where? Middle East, yeah. Saudi Arabia, I think. I think it's the same place he took on Ruiz Jr.
Ah, is it?
I'm certain that Tyson Fury will beat him.
I would agree with you.
Yeah, but I think that is such a massive heavyweight boxing
Are you going to go live?
I'm thinking of doing a live stream and doing a boxing and paying the...
It'd be pay-per-view.
Yeah, probably
£35.
Yeah. And do the I've never done a pay-per-view boxing thing, but I think it's probably the biggest boxing fight of the decade at the moment.
I'll join you for that, but no, not really my thing. That, but
I'd have preferred it to have been in. I'd like an experience. I'd have preferred it to have been in Las Vegas, and I'd probably book the day off. So it'd be on the Saturday night into Sunday. I'd probably book the Monday off just so I can have an extra bit of recovery because the fights take place at like 5 a.m.
Yeah,
so I'd obviously.
Well, I suppose really you could go to bed Saturday and just get up early and do it. You know what I mean? You don't have to be up all night. I remember staying up or trying to stay up when the Mike Tyson Evander Holyfield fight when he bit his ear.
Yeah.
I think I stayed up all night and it got to the fight and I think I managed to watch about 30 seconds of the round one and fell asleep.
Just so tired.
I've been trying to keep myself awake so long.
Yeah.
I do remember the Frank Bruno Mike Tyson fight.
I'm trying to think. Your NFL knowledge is a bit better than mine. So if Kyle's from Ohio, is there any Ohio-based NFL? Is it Cleveland's at Ohio? So Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, Browns. Yeah.
Where else is in Ohio? Has Cincinnati got? That's not in Ohio, is it?
Yeah.
Is it? Let me have a look. Ohio.
Cincinnati, Ohio, isn't it?
Is my American knowledge there? It's not as good as what it used to be. I used to watch WWE, so I used to find out where everyone's... Yeah, Cincinnati is in Ohio. Cleveland and Columbus are their main cities. Has Cincinnati got an NFL team?
Cincinnati, haven't they? Yeah. Bengals.
I don't know. Brian, thanks for tuning in from Barbados. You've been there.
I have, yeah.
Aaron says he'd make an exception for international tournaments. Yeah, because you soak in the local culture and atmosphere, don't you, of a World Cup? I think for Champions League, Cincinnati Bengals. I think for the Cincinnati and Cleveland are the two.
Yeah.
I think I'd like to go to NFL. I've really enjoyed the. I've never been able to watch and appreciate. I think not so much watch it, so all the time, like all the time outs and everything. It's frustrating.
I think with us, the English are too impatient sometimes with it, so you get bored of it too soon. You know, I used to watch it quite a bit.
It's only through watching the All or Nothing documentary that I've learned why the stops are there and what they're doing.
I tell you what's a really good thing to watch then. You got to get into it. You watch on a Sunday during the NFL season. Sky do what they call the Red Zone.
Oh, where they go for all the...
Yeah, it's very similar to, the BT...
Champions League group stage when they go for all the goals.
It's a good thing to watch because you're not focused on one game. You're focused on a few games and you get to pick up... Yeah, it's
Tielemans with a shot. Oh! What a goal! What a goal! Youri Tielemans has given Leicester City the lead. What a peach! A rocket! Fires right past Kepa into the back of the net. Social distancing's not happening there. They're going absolutely crazy, the Leicester fans, and why not?
What are they mourning at? What's wrong? Hold on. Well,
let's not change things.
Hold on. There's something not right here. That is a... Let's see if we can see anything, Jay.
Handball.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Handball. That is a great strike.
What a goal, though, from Youri Tielemans. I think this is handball.
Yeah, I agree. I hope we're wrong, because
I do.
It's a shame for a goal like that to be ruled out.
Yeah.
But it does definitely look like handball. What a strike that was.
What a goal.
They've not even got masks on, Jay. My goodness.
No masks.
Oh,
it's given! It's given! Yes! Oh, I love it. Let's get that score changed. It's given. 1-0 Leicester. Get in. No,
give it. Yeah.
Given. 1-0. Beautiful goal.
FA Cup final goal would be so wrong to rule that out, wouldn't it? For that probably ridiculous handball rule we've got.
It's a brilliant goal.
I'll message one of my Leicester supporting friends.
I would. Chelsea got a big 25 minutes then. Goal out of nothing, that wasn't it? This is what happens though. You keep things tight.
Yeah.
Keep things tight, and that's what happens. Love that. I'm trying to think of upcoming tournaments then. I was giving the ball away, I think, again. The referee plays on. There's Tielemans. You fancy it again? I was just speaking before about Youri Tielemans. Saying how he'd be a good player for Liverpool.
Yeah.
It was a brilliant goal, that, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
That's an FA Cup winning worthy goal. So we've got World Cup in 2022 in Qatar. I have registered interest for tickets. Doesn't mean I'm going to try and get tickets because I'm not sure on it. I'll be honest, I'm not sure. I'm giving away here, Chelsea. Here's Kante. What's the next big tournament? So where's the Euros in 2024? Is it in France? Germany, isn't it? Is it Germany?
It is. You could be right, in France, I think. Euro 224.
Where has it been given? Have they given it yet to anywhere?
Oh, it's Germany, yeah.
Germany. Oh, it does hit his arm. Is VAR in use? Hits his knee, then his arm. They got rid of that stupid handball rule.
You wouldn't have thought they'd get rid of it during the season, though, would you?
No idea.
Tend to.
What are they doing with a phone? Everyone else is jumping around, dancing about elated, and they're just filming. What? Germany 2024. I think I'll have a bit of that. Right, Iheanacho, former City man, he's off, and Maddison is on. I think I'll be all over Germany 2024. Yeah. I'll be insane. Even if it's a rubbish game, even if it's Slovakia against Hungary.
Yeah, it's just to be.
As long as it's at a nice stadium, I don't really care.
No.
But you know, when me and Sean went to the concert at Berlin Stadium, that's a really nice stadium. Really nice.
Is it?
Yeah. The Olympic Stadium, got the Allianz Arena. Frankfurt Stadium's really smart.
A lot of German stadiums are nice.
I think there's only England and Germany that are capable of competing for such nice stadiums.
Even you probably look down the line at like Cologne or Cologne as they are. All them times, they're all decent stadiums. Look at the World Cup. That was, they're all good stadiums.
Yeah. My thing's all stuttery, so I'm going to take a risk here, and I'm going to restart my stream. And I'll go back to the key. Yeah. We'll get the output back up to 3,000, and we'll go back onto YouTube, and I should just be able to press go live, and it should go live again. Not liking my output. I'll knock that down. And are we back live is the question now?
I think, Aaron said welcome back.
Are we back? Has it worked? JSGC needs a new system. Might have to treat myself. The problem I've got is new system. They cost like 1,300 quid.
Yeah, not cheap. But
not have 1,300 quid.
Things, isn't it?
Yeah, it worked there. Looking at there we go. So it's gone off. And yes, we got it to work.
That's the question. Live. I think we are.
Yeah, we're live. I think we're live. Cool. We're good to go. I'm just gonna refresh the page, just so I can see the live chat again, because I can't see the live chat. Yeah, well, we're live, I think. Yeah, we're back. Right, Aaron, there we go then. So, yeah, Dusseldorf's got 90. They're all Dortmund, Dusseldorf, Schalke, Frankfurt. They're all like within an hour of each other. Germany can definitely host. I'm going to screenshot that in case I need it in the future. Because this will happen again, I'm sure. Need a new system. I've got my new system on here. I've got it on my bookmark. Let me show you it. There it is. That's what I'm after.
What, the new setup?
That's what I'm after. 1,300 quid it'll cost me.
You get to build your computer.
Problem is, I like I've said to Sean before, I like it portable. I like to move around and manoeuvre rather than just be stuck in one place. Yeah. I like that I can just take a computer and go downstairs and edit, then come back up and do it. You know what I mean? And move things around. Come on, Leicester. Mönchengladbach as well. 3-2 Juve. So much VAR for that Juve game against Inter. Sounds like an exciting one. So that's what I'm after, Dale.
Predator.
Yeah, it's got plenty more storage. Built for games, which means it'll stream fine. That's a great ball in, and what a save! What a save from Kasper Schmeichel! Yeah, I think I'll definitely try and get tickets for that Germany 2024 one. Hit the post! That is unlucky from Ben Chilwell. Former Leicester man Ben Chilwell. He gets a hand on it.
Yeah, he does, yeah. Good save.
That's a good save. Can Leicester hang on? This would be massive. I think this is a big confidence boost if this stays the same for Man City as well.
Yeah.
Man City will see this and go, Chelsea can be beat. They can be beaten in cup finals. Yeah. It can happen. You just got to be tight. You just got to stay with them. You got to play like we've done against Dortmund and against PSG. You've just got to play that perfect game. Inter and Juve both had reds, both down to 10 men, I presume, then. Good tackle from Leicester. That's going to be a free kick against Hudson-Odoi. Chelsea still got work to do because they've still got to try and win the games and try and get into the Champions League for next season. So there's no respite for them.
Yeah, 3-2.
Might have to pop round and live stream games.
90 plus 3, nearly over. That's some last name, I think.
From Thailand, aren't they?
Yeah.
I know former City owner Taskin Sinawatri was from Thailand.
Oh, getting each other's way there.
JSGC Gaming calling for the gaming. I'm doing it for the stream. It's just my laptop. It's rubbish. I only got it 2 years ago. It's been the biggest waste of £1,000 I've ever spent. No, yeah. When did I get it? Let's have a look. How many years have I had out of this? Let's have a look.
Ring Apple and just mix them up.
Give my money back. I'm certain it's 2019. I'm fairly sure it's a 2019 edition. It's just rubbish. I mean, it's scolded the bottom, hasn't it?
Does it?
It's not affecting my camera. I'll be able to show you. Ugh.
What's that from?
Feel it. The heat scolds the bottom.
Bloody hell.
I reckon it has a battery problem.
I've been flagging out with them.
It's called Venture Away from Apple.
Yeah. You know, the Apple product that's designed to not last. Like the rest of them.
Yeah, designed to be rubbish. I just get keeping that because it'll come a time when I reckon it'll be on a more regular basis. Like it'll start. I had to do that about a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. I reckon it will come like not just a weekly thing. It'll start coming then daily, and then it'll come every time you start the laptop. You've got to do that and stuff.
Yeah.
Alright, so I reckon I've probably got 6 months left.
That's not good.
It's no. Getting 2.5 years out of a laptop isn't good for the money that I've paid. Rubbish. Wouldn't recommend. Like I said, though, my previous MacBook was brilliant. Loved it. Got a full 5 years out of it. It's just age did it in. Oh, I'm Mixed's got a new series on Football Manager coming very soon. Looking forward to that. It's Leicester making a couple of subs. It's like Wes Morgan.
It is Wes Morgan. Yeah. Is this his swan song? Is this his final farewell?
Thomas coming off, Morgan coming on, and Perez coming off, and Hamza Chowdhury coming on.
could be his final game.
Yeah, quite possibly. Got a job to do though. 8 minutes to go. Up to 60 likes now. 40 likes away from 100. Bit of a stretch to get to 100. It'd be great if we can, but if we don't, never mind. I've enjoyed this live stream. These live streams I enjoy. I end up thinking of other ideas that I don't normally think of during the City game because I just sit there huffing and puffing. As a shot comes in from Rudiger. He's not had a very good game, I don't think, Rudiger.
No.
Flying over the bar. What kind do I have now? You're on about my laptop? You're on about my laptop. It's a MacBook Pro 2019 edition. Rubbish. That's what it is. Cost me, it might even be 1,100 it cost me actually. I'm getting my bank statements up. I'll find out how much it was and when it was. So I'm fairly sure 2019. So if I just go through 2019's bank statements, I'll find it. It'll be on there. Right, let's keep going back. So December 2020. Right, let's go. December 2019. Just looking for a big sum taken out. It's not in December. November. No. I'm fairly sure it was in the summer. Wasn't in July. Was it in June? No. Was it in May? No. April? No. March? No. When did I get it? Oh, look at my bank statements there. £80 taken out from Man City tickets. I remember them days. That was the cup final tickets actually then. Was it in June? Was it 18? 2018 I got it. When was it? It's really annoying me when I got this. Ah, there you are. 2018 it was. 25th of September. 3 years out of it. I got some free Beats headphones with it. They're better than this. That is ridiculous.
Oh, what a save! What a save!
Leicester is winning. Vardy fired up. Who scored for Leicester? It was Youri Tielemans.
What's that for a save?
Mixed save. I want to know your new Football Manager series. That is a brilliant save from Kasper Schmeichel. Cross comes in. Headed clear by Wes Morgan. And ball comes in. It's spilled by Kasper Schmeichel and he picks it up at the second attempt.
that was one of the best saves I've seen all season.
That's a brilliant save. Yeah, Kyle, I agree. Shouldn't be quitting on me after 2.5 years. Cost me just over £1,000.
No, you'd expect to get a bit more out of it, wouldn't you?
Yes. Nisley, thank you for tuning in. JSGC member as well. Shout out to you. Is he saving up for a house? Well, his money's going here, there and everywhere. I just don't feel like I have any money. I mean, I want a new microphone. I don't like my microphone that much.
You don't have that long, have you?
Hey? I've had that a fair bit. Yeah, I've had this for 4 years.
Have you?
Yeah. I want a new one. Maybe get one for my birthday. In July, thinking for the new season, have a new microphone. I want a new everything. I want a new camera. And I think laptop's gonna have to be high priority, isn't it?
Yeah.
I might do it in my next payment. Actually, I'm not going to discuss numbers on here. It was a brilliant save. That brilliant save. Time running out.
I can see Chelsea scoring. He's turning the screw a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good
great
ball.
ball.
That's a great ball.
There you
and
go.
It's in 1-1. Oh, it's a scrappy goal. Wes Morgan with an own goal. It's 1-1. Don't know what I'm going to do because I haven't got a timer for 30 minutes. I need to go and get one sorted.
That was a great ball, that by Thiago Silva, I think it was.
A good ball in. Is it Ben Chilwell on the left putting a ball in there? Ben Chilwell's done really well since coming on.
What's this for a ball? Look.
Question is he offside?
Ooh.
The question is he offside?
Ooh, that is close.
It is an own goal. It's cleared by Soyuncu into Wes Morgan and into the back of the net.
It does look offside, you know. No, it's not. It's cleared off Soyuncu onto Mason.
VAR are having a look at this.
Off.
I think he might be offside here.
It does it now. Again, watch. Oh no, he's offside.
Checking possible offside on VAR. Yeah, Michael Oliver's having a listen.
He's off.
He's offside.
He's offside!
Offside!
Yeah.
Oh, he's offside!
Yeah.
It's disallowed for offside. Let's get that changed back. Oh, Leicester survive. No goal, offside. By a toenail. Look at Tuchel's furious. Leicester fans are celebrating that.
He's saying now, stop that ball, that one over the top there. It's cost, like, he's off.
I did say he looked offside.
It's a ridiculous rule, but as the lines show, he's clearly off.
VAR, we love you.
He's off.
5 minutes added on. They need to be careful, Leicester. This game's come to life.
Brendan Rodgers, first thing he said then was cut that ball out.
Yeah.
Jamie Vardy
just pushed.
It's a free kick.
Whacks his head. That was a nasty football, that.
He's not giving it.
How?
He's giving a free kick to Chelsea.
What?
It was a clear shove. Like threw him to the ground.
No, ridiculous. Do you know what I need, Dale? I need to get hold of a Champions League ticket. Fund my new laptop. Youri Tielemans given man of the match. 4 minutes to go. Hamza Chowdhury needs to take him out then.
That's a free kick.
Rudiger now. Backs against the wall for Leicester. Is that Giroud on?
Wes Morgan's so pleased. It's come on in his last game. We were expecting to probably retire at the end of the season. And then score an own goal, which then gets ruled out for offside.
It's difficult to judge his reaction, chairman at Leicester with a mask on, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like all these. You have to go in and wear a mask, and everyone just takes them off or have them down here and everything.
Forget
yeah.
that.
I can see us doing what the United States have done. I can see us at some point when the vaccinations have slowed down and they've peaked, probably at the end of summer, going down the lines of saying people vaccinated don't have to wear a mask to try and encourage people. Because there will come a time when people will, when it gets down to category. I mean, the fact that they're so, I feel like the people say they're doing really well, but I feel like it's just so slow. Like people aged 38 and just go chip it down and chip it down and chip it down. Why not just make it available to anyone under over 30, and then in a month's time say anyone then aged between 18 and 30, then anyone can have it.
I think what the reason they do that is because they try and wait for reactions, don't they?
Well, they're on about this Indian variant. The people are saying that apparently this Indian variant's more lethal towards people aged between 20 and 40. Yet there was on about stopping the vaccination programme for anyone under the age of 50 to try and make sure anyone over 50 does get the, because it's 3/4 of it I think had it. Yeah. So there's a quarter that haven't, and saying the concerns over them. But if it's most infected and most serious to people aged between 20 and 40, surely you'd be saying to everyone else, you're not having it now, it's time to get that category. Yeah. I know to stop the Ashby.
They're getting giddy out there.
Yeah.
Leicester fans are getting giddy.
They'll just whack the masks off. To be honest, if you've gone in and had a negative test, you've not got it, so why can't you?
You have to be tested after the event. Well, if everybody goes in there and haven't got it, you're not going to get it on your way.
Unless you picked it up somewhere else.
Excuse me.
4 minutes to go.
1 minute.
1 minute to go, 4 minutes in. Is this Leicester's time? Is this Chelsea now? All or nothing season. Well, it's not. It relies on them making the top 4 is their next objective.
A good season for them, wasn't it?
I think Jamie Vardy's been pretty
quiet, hasn't he?
Ineffective in this game. Yeah. Just that worldie that separated them. Chelsea have looked better when they've decided to actually come forward and do something.
Oh,
that's a free kick.
They look a lot better once they went behind, don't they?
Yeah. Referee says play on, advantage played. N'Golo Kante then. 20 seconds to go. It's now or never. I think they're looking for a free kick or something here, Chelsea, so they can get everyone forward. Cross comes in, it hits his own player, and it's headed clear by Wes Morgan. Reece James cannot control it. 10 seconds to go here. Chelsea need to get a ball into the box now. It's Rudiger. This needs to go in. Sails it forward. Giroud can't win the header. It's cleared by Leicester. Reece James gets in. It's a good pass out to Hudson-Odoi. We're now into... Oh, there it is! There it is! Leicester City! They are the FA Cup champions! A massive congratulations to Leicester City. They have won the 2021 FA Cup. Fans are ecstatic. The players are ecstatic. This is what you love to see. Season has not had fans in, or had very few fans in. It's nice to see a joyous moment. It's nice to see. This is cup magic, isn't it? That's what it's about. It's what it's about. A team that's wanted it. Massive congratulations, and well done to Leicester City there. Tops are off. Ecstatic for that. Massive congratulations to Leicester City. They are the FA Cup winners for the 2020-2021 season. Like I said, psychologically now this has an impact on Chelsea. How's their nerve? How's their mental bottle? They've got massive games coming up in the Premier League. They're needing points if they want to secure Champions League football for next season. Are they going to do that? The worst preparation for them is lose this match, which is what's happened, and then miss out on Champions League football is awful preparation going into a massive game against us in the Champions League final, putting pressure on themselves. Tears are in the stands there for the Leicester players. Massive congratulations to Leicester City on winning the FA Cup. And it makes me really happy because Chelsea are the team that knocked out Manchester City as well, so it makes me happy that they've not gone on to win it, and Leicester City have. So well done there to Leicester City, and I'm hoping 2 weeks today we'll be having a similar discussion about Chelsea players on the ground, and it's Manchester City lifting the biggest prize of them all, the European Cup. But yeah, massive congratulations there to Leicester. I said the goal that Tielemans scored, it's a FA Cup winning worthy goal.
It doesn't it? It's an absolute beautiful
Absolute
goal.
peach of a goal. Be funny to see Chelsea lose 2 finals in a season. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Yeah, big congratulations there to Leicester. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through the stats for this game and go through the scores from the other games. And then the last thing to do is just watch Leicester City lift the trophy. When they've lifted the trophy, I'll end the live stream. So it's Youri Tielemans, the man that's come out to help Leicester City win the FA Cup. The goal was awarded according to OneFootball to Ben Chilwell, that was ruled out on VAR, being kicked against him. Marginally offside. Look at Albrighton, look at the players. You wouldn't have this though if there was no fans there, would you?
No, it'd be boring, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It'd be...
Players all just hugging each other, then going down the tunnel. That would be pretty much it. Right here, let's get the stats up then for this game. The second half was much better, I thought there.
Yeah, it was.
A bit slow the start of the second half, but second half much better than the first half. And a massive congratulations to Leicester City on winning the FA Cup. Yeah, it was awarded to Ben Chilwell. The goal was. That was ruled out. So, stats then for this game. Chelsea with 64% possession compared with 36% possession for Leicester City. 13 shots in total from Chelsea, 3 on target. Leicester will love this. 6 shots all game, 1 on target.
Wow.
That worldie from Tielemans. Managed to literally shithouse their way into winning the FA Cup. Things you love to see. Chelsea with 4 shots off target, Leicester with 3. 6 block shots from Chelsea, 2 from Leicester. It's Leicester that's won it though. Pass completion rate for Chelsea 85%, 74% for Leicester. Chelsea dominating all the stats. 1 clear cut opportunity created for Chelsea, none for Leicester as well. 10 corners for Chelsea, 4 for Leicester. 2 offsides for Chelsea, 1 for Leicester. That all important offside, of course, in the goal that was awarded to Ben Chilwell, which I thought was an own goal. 34% of aerial duels won by Chelsea and 66% won by Leicester City. Tackle completion rate at 39% for Chelsea, 54.5% for Leicester City, so that's decent. 3 saves for Kasper Schmeichel. How good was that save that he made?
He did great. He made 2. He made 2 really
2 fantastic saves. VAR and a worldie from Tielemans is what's helped decide this FA Cup. It's been a very entertaining last 30 minutes of the game.
Overall, Leicester have deserved it.
Yeah. Chelsea now lost the last couple of games since beating Man City in the Premier League. I felt like if Man City were doing the job properly that we'd have won that game as well, but there we go. Just how interesting was Chelsea's last couple of games. Let's have a look. That's where it lies to be interesting. I'm excited for the Champions League game as well. Dad, I don't know what you mean timed out for 300 seconds. What's timed out for 300 seconds? Is that how long I was out for? I think that's pretty impressive. I was only out for 300 seconds.
Possibly, yeah.
Trying to get everything sorted. So Chelsea's fixtures, oh wow. Their next match, believe it or not, is Leicester.
Is it really?
At Stamford Bridge. So how's the Premier League table looking? Yeah. So it's pretty much, so it's Liverpool's got a game in hand. It's a must-win game, that, for Chelsea. Chelsea lose that game against Leicester in midweek, and that's Leicester confirmed with a Champions League place for next season. And Chelsea are in big bother.
Yeah.
That is a massive game for Chelsea on Tuesday. And then their last game of the season is not an easy one, an away match against Aston Villa. So there we go. Liverpool, of course, playing tomorrow against West Brom. They beat West Brom. That sends Liverpool 1 point behind Chelsea, having played the same amount of games.
Did say, didn't I?
Like I said, they can't afford to drop points. Chelsea, even a draw. Leicester will probably be very happy with a draw. Who's Leicester's last game of the season? Please don't say Liverpool. It's Tottenham at home. It's a big game. 2 big games then for Leicester. Chelsea away and Tottenham at home. That's not easy, is it?
No.
Really isn't easy. Couldn't rule out Leicester possibly losing both them games. If Liverpool win tomorrow and win one other game, then they could overtake Leicester. So that is a massive game on Tuesday. That is a huge game. Thing is, they're going to have a bit of a hangover from this, aren't they?
Well, yeah.
Are they going to? Could they have sacrificed Champions League football for the FA Cup? To be honest, though, what do you remember getting into the Champions League? But if you don't win it, who remembers it? You remember things like this.
Of course you do.
Winning trophies. Liverpool got West Brom away, Burnley away, Palace at home. I think that's 9 points for Liverpool.
You would expect so, wouldn't you?
I would expect Liverpool to be
Chelsea
on 69 points.
Leicester.
So Chelsea need to stop that. Chelsea need 5 points from 2 games to finish ahead of Liverpool.
And they've got Leicester at home during the week.
Yeah, and then Aston Villa away. It's not an easy game.
It's not.
And that's not, yeah. Like I said, it's not ideal preparation this for Chelsea. Chelsea, if they lose against Leicester, there's a good chance that they could miss out on Champions League football. Congrats, Leicester. Yeah, it does put a smile on our faces. Chelsea could be in for a rough couple of weeks. Like I said, people have been bigging up Thomas Tuchel. All of a sudden, though, no FA Cup, no Champions League next season, and a loss in the final. And that's a disaster, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a great strike, isn't it?
It's a brilliant goal, that from Tielemans. He gets my man of the match just for that goal. I think Kasper Schmeichel's probably right up there for man of the match, if I'm honest.
2 great saves.
I saw on One Football that Mason Mount had been nominated as the man of the match, but it's a voted one, so I imagine it's because Chelsea are well supported that people voted for him. To me, it's got to be Tielemans for that goal or Schmeichel for the saves. They are literally what decides this FA Cup, as the FA Cup is ready and on display. The players go and pick up their own medals. Who's lifting the trophy then? Is it going to be Kasper Schmeichel?
Yeah, I reckon it'd be probably Schmeichel and Wes Morgan, you would think.
Yeah. Yeah. So just some results from around the grounds from elsewhere. Finished earlier, Burnley 0, Leeds 4, Southampton 3, Fulham 1. You got Brighton taking on West Ham at 8 o'clock. Chelsea 0, Leicester 1 in the FA Cup final here. Hibernian 0, Celtic 0, Rangers 4, Aberdeen 0, and St Johnstone 0, Livingston 0. You've got Dundee taking on Raith Rovers in the Scottish Premiership playoff at 7:45 in Germany. Bielefeld 1, Hoffenheim 1, Leverkusen 1, Union Berlin 1, Augsburg 2, Werder Bremen 0, Hertha Berlin 0, Cologne 0, Mönchengladbach 1, Stuttgart 2, Freiburg 2, Bayern Munich 2, and Schalke 4, Eintracht Frankfurt 3. Which means if Dortmund win their next game, then they go into the Champions League for next season. In the National League, Aldershot 1, Hartlepool 3, Bournemouth 2, Wrexham 3, Bromley, Macclesfield, of course, postponed, Chesterfield 0, Wellston 0, Dagenham and Redbridge 3, Halifax 0, Eastleigh 3, Barnet 0, Maidenhead 0, Sutton United 3, Notts County 2, Bromley 2, Solihull Moors 2, Woking 1, Weymouth 2, Altrincham 1, and Yeovil Town 3, Kings Lynn Town 1. In Serie A, it finished Genoa 3, Atalanta 4, Spezia 4, Torino 1, and Juventus 3, Inter Milan 2. And a big win that for Juventus. Roma taking on Lazio at 7:45 PM BST. In the MLS, it's currently New York City FC 0, Toronto FC 0. You also got Los Angeles Galaxy taking on Austin FC at 8:30 PM BST. I'm not going to bother going through the Welsh Premier League and the Chinese Super League. Any other major ones? Portuguese League, Boa Vista 1, Portimonense 0, Firenze 1, Tondela, I'll go with that, 0. Brendan Rodgers is being picked up by the Leicester players, that's nice to see. You currently got Benfica taking on Sporting Lisbon and Rio Ave taking on FC Porto at 8:30 p.m. BST. Benfica Sporting Lisbon's currently Benfica 4, Sporting Lisbon 2. Interesting. Yeah, there we go. That's pretty much everything there is to do. Is waiting for Leicester to lift the trophy, and that's that. So we're up to 67 likes. Can we get to 70 likes? That'd be really good. So thank you everyone for tuning in, and thank you everyone for leaving a thumbs up. Subscribe as well if you are new around here too. That'd be much appreciated. Social media links in the description below, and also on the yellow banner too if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below and on the yellow banner too if you want to go and hit me up for any sponsorships, for any videos or any general business inquiries. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Press that red button, press the bell, put your push notifications on. Let me know your thoughts in the live chat whilst we're live right now, or in the comments below if you're watching this afterwards. And do go and check out my partner channel, Mixid. His channel link is in the description too if you want to go and check him out. He provided today's halftime entertainment, so thank you, Mixid, for that. We're past 70 likes now, up to 71 likes. Can we get to 80 likes? That'd be fantastic. We're only 9 likes away from that, as we're literally now just waiting for Leicester to collect their medals and lift the trophy. When they've done that is when we will end the live stream. Not too sure what the hold-up is here. They've not even built the stage and things yet.
I think that's it.
Or is that just...
Yeah, I think that's...
Or is it just going to go in front of the sign
and go
behind
there. The board? Yeah, I think that's how it is.
I think Chelsea's been fantastic under Thomas Tuchel. They're unlucky. It happens. It is what it is. Must be very nice picking up a winner's medal, isn't it? Always nice.
Always nice.
Surely, is there going to be a player that walks past and doesn't get one?
Yeah.
No.
I picked two up. Sell one on eBay.
Yeah. To be honest, I mean, if I'm Thomas Tuchel, I'm probably telling the players right now, watch this. Do you want this in 2 weeks' time for the biggest prize of them all? Do you want to do this again?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you? I'd be saying that if I was
a very
him.
good team talk. That
yeah.
Have a look. Sit and watch. You've got two choices. In 2 weeks, you either go through this again, or you make sure you're on the other side.
Yeah. He's not allowed, then. It's nice to see the blue ribbons on there for Leicester. New colours. Is this, how often have they seen it? Here we go, ready to lift the trophy. It's Kasper Schmeichel that's going to take it over. Is he going to let Wes Morgan join him?
You would imagine so, wouldn't you? I'd be surprised if not.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. That's why he come on, Wes Morgan. You know he's retiring.
There we go.
You know.
Jamie Vardy with the champagne ready. And Leicester lift
gone.
the FA Cup. And the lid does go. Big celebrations there for Leicester City. Massive congratulations to the 2020-2021 champions, Leicester City. His mask has come off now, the chairman.
Yeah.
Confetti's in the air. All the ribbons and everything. Brilliant. Well done, Leicester. Enjoy it. Soak it in. It's always brilliant going down to Wembley and being on the right end of a result. Always nice. Thanks for tuning in, Dale. No problem. Thank you, everyone else, for tuning in as well. Got to love that. Love the underdog story. See you later, Dale. I'm going to end my live stream there. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Leave a thumbs up if you did enjoy this video. Subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button. Press the bell. Put your push notifications on. Thank you very much, Kyle. Thank you for tuning in, doing some interactions with me today. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll have a video coming out tomorrow with a transfer update, more than likely. We'll be back again on Monday with a preview for the Brighton game, and we'll be live for the Brighton game on Tuesday for everyone to enjoy. Chelsea giving it the big one before the game, were they? Eat humble pie. 2 points for Dan on Super 6. Right, thank you everyone for tuning in. I hope everyone is safe and well. I hope everyone has a fantastic rest of their day and their evening, wherever you are tuning in from in the world. And I'll see you all again tomorrow for the Manchester City transfer update. I've been JSGC. I'll see you all again very soon. Peace.